Hello EWB, my name is Maria Adey, and over the past few months I've been working with the MUN conference team on the upcoming massive outreach event. I hope you guys have heard a little bit about that by now. Everything you need to know should be in your prep package, and the other thing that should be in your prep package is a workshop that's going to be happening at the MOE, in which all the delegates coming are going to be presenting in high schools in St. John's. So before you watch this video, make sure you check out the workshop first. Okay, so basically I'm going to take you through just a couple of the key points to remember when you're looking at this workshop. One of the first things in the workshop is a complex case study, and many of you will actually recognize it. It's the case study from the root causes of poverty. So most of you should already know it. The important thing about this one, I have a little clip actually, is you're going to be presenting in groups of two. Everybody's going to be paired with another presenter. So the important thing for this one is to kind of keep students engaged instead of just reading the case study to students. A good thing is for one person to read it and the other person to have some flip chart paper and kind of map it out as it happens. There's only 10 minutes for this. It's not the most important part of the workshop, so you don't need to spend too much time on it. So kind of the goal of it is to kind of do the workshop, the root causes workshop, for students while they're listening to the story. So I do have a little clip that I'll show you to kind of make that a little easier.
His children do not always attend school because they have to work with them in the fields. They are also frequently sick, and one of his wives appears to be going blind. Clean drinking water is scarce, and there is no sanitation or power in the village. Distant markets and very poor transportation infrastructure further contribute to farmers' poverty. The nearest paved road is 4 kilometers away, and the nearest health service is 9 kilometers away.
So following the complex case study, there's two sections, and they're both called personal influences and mapping an issue. And these are really the core part of the workshop. This is where students can start to see how small, simple actions can create big change in their community or globally. So the most important thing for this is to really try and engage students. So I have a clip that I'm going to show from the workshop that EWB MUN did. And I'm going to just draw Sally here first. Here's Sally. And on this side of Sally, we're going to kind of talk about what are some things that Sally did that like influenced the world. What are some of the simple actions that she made that kind of influenced the world? So Sally's actions is going to go on this side. And on this side, we're going to discuss what influenced Sally.
At school, she attends her world geography class, where her teacher initiates a discussion on the scarcity of clean drinking water in developing countries. Some of her classmates are astonished by the statistics they hear and begin discussing what they can do about it.
That's kind of influence and action.
Yeah. So like class discussion, I'd say, is the action. And kind of what was the influence?
Her teacher.
Yeah, her teacher was the influence.
And the fact that her friends are talking about it.
Her friends are an influence
That's
too.
also an influence.
Yeah. What we're going to do now is we've kind of mapped out the actions Sally took, and they're just simple actions. The fact that she took the bus to school, and we're going to kind of, like, what does that accomplish, the fact that Sally took the bus to school? What kind of positive influence does that have on the world? Kind of like a secondary action.
Less carbon emissions.
What about the fact that she takes quick showers?
Conserves water.
Yeah, conserves water. Okay, and what about some of these other ones? The class discussion, kind of, where could that lead? What would be a secondary action of that?
The fact that when she goes home, she's going to do research on it.
Yeah, she's going to do research.
Like,
one last tip about this part of the workshop is to not kind of split the personal influences and the mapping an issue into two. They're kind of joined together and flow into one another. So don't kind of stop the discussion that's happening about Sally's actions. Kind of allow that to kind of become the mapping an issue. So if there's one action in particular that Sally took that the students are really interested in, or they have a lot to say about it, continue that action on. Bring it into your mapping an issue. Anyways, that's all the comments I really have about the workshop right now. One thing I will recommend is that before January, you book a presentation in a school to practice the workshop with high school students, kind of get used to it before the conference. And yeah, I look forward to meeting you all, and I hope to see you all at the conference. Bye.